someone first mentioned Cornell Notes to me, I had no idea what they were talking about. I assumed they were referring to some sort of revision guide. But no, this is a cost-free note-making technique that is ideal for revision. Keep watching for my how-to guide. The Cornell Method is a proven way to make efficient notes. It allows you to reflect on a topic and actively summarize your notes as you go. It's particularly effective when you have to apply knowledge, which, as we know, is an essential skill for exams. Here's how to go about it. Get yourself a sheet of A4 paper. It could be lined, it could be blank. Even better, it could be our free Cornell Notes template, which you can find on the link in the video description. Start by splitting your page up. You need 1 or 2 lines at the top, about 3 or 4 lines at the bottom, about 5 to 7 centimeters on the left hand side, and the remaining space on the right. If this is confusing, have a look at our template. Next, add a title in the top section of the page. Your title should allow you to find these notes in the future, so make sure you include the topic and subject. You might also want to include the date of the exam and which exam it is. Now, the right hand side of the page is for your main notes. This is where you're going to jot down initial information based on the topic you are revising. You might be taking notes from a video you're watching, or a poem you need to know, or a revision guide you're reading, whatever it is that you want to get into. Abbreviate the information and keep it brief, but make sure you'll understand it in the future. Try to avoid long sentences and don't write things down word for word. You can also use this space to add diagrams and anything else you might want to. You might want to leave space around your notes so you can come back and edit them or add to them later on. If you're using lined paper, maybe write it on every other line. Don't worry too much if the notes are messy. You can tidy them up when you review everything. And that is the next step. Now you've got the main information in your notes, you need to review it and draw out the most important ideas. You shouldn't just abbreviate your notes further. Instead, try to pull out the core of the topic. You might want to include key dates, important quotes, or equations. Using colour here can really help to make the notes clear, but don't spend too much time worrying about the presentation. Finally, we need to summarise the topic. Imagine the first few lines you have on a Wikipedia page. It's just enough information to tell you if you are in the right place. That's the aim here. You want to summarise the topic in just 1 or 2 sentences. While writing the main notes to begin with is incredibly helpful, you've also written a very short revision guide that you can come back to. Focus your study on the summary and the left-hand side and look to the right-hand side if you need more information. Time to try it out. We cover a range of revision topics in the videos on our channel. You could have a go at writing some Cornell notes with any one of these. Need to see that in action? Well, I've had a watch of one of the science videos that my old pal Sarah from Beyond has put together. Here, in super fast time, are the notes I made whilst I watched. Well, I found that pretty useful. To begin with, I found myself using the left-hand column to list a whole selection of the keywords. And then it was a case of repeating the info in the main notes, only in a much more condensed way on the left-hand side. The 2-sentence summary at the bottom allows me to encapsulate everything in a very shorthand way. And because I've spent the time summarising it myself, my mind has absorbed a lot of the extra details as I've gone along. Hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.